What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Gambling on Hockey here on The Parlay. I'm your host, Luca Rosano, alongside my co-host and very special guest, Jelani Goodridge-Reid. He is joining us on this Friday to break down and discuss 4 games in the NHL. We'll be making our picks against the spread as always. I'm coming into this one 46%, as Jelani is coming in at 49%. So we're both looking to get up and over that 50% mark in terms of our winning percentage. So we're going to dive right into it. 4 games to get to, a couple of interesting matchups. We're first going to start with Minnesota taking on Columbus, and Minnesota are the favorites here, -1.5. Who are you going with in this matchup?
Give me Minnesota in this matchup. I like what they've done on the year. Obviously, they're one of the better teams in the Western Conference. And why do I pick them here? It's because they could score goals. And I honestly, since I've been on this show, since the show started, I have been leaning towards Minnesota. I'm just impressed with how they average 3.74 goals per game. So that's third in the NHL, guys. So this offense, they know how to generate opportunities with obviously Hartman, Fiala, Kirill Kaprizov, all those guys. And then you have those guys combining 72 goals on the year, that is, those 3. And then you have other guys like Foligno, Zuccarello, all these guys on their offensive unit that could generate chances. And that's why I'm leaning towards the Wild tonight. Columbus, look, they've lost 3 straight. They aren't playing a great hockey as of late. And in terms of the betting side of things, they haven't been reliable, especially with the money line. But yeah, here in terms of the spread, I just think that Columbus won't be able to score enough goals tonight. So give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree with you to begin this show. The Blue Jackets are 1-6 in their last 7 games, while the Wild are 4-1 in their last 5 games. Defense and goaltending have been very poor for the Jackets over the last little bit. They actually ranked 30th in goals against per game and last for shots against per game, and that's not going to bode well for them. Minnesota, this is a team that they score the puck, and they scored in high volumes. They scored 3 goals or more in 8 of their last 10 games, and they rank 3rd in goals per game and are 12th in shots per game. You look at Zuccarello, I think he's going to have a big game here. You mentioned some of the other threats that they have on this team. So I think this is going to be a matchup in which Columbus is actually going to struggle to just contain this offense that Minnesota brings to the table. So yeah, I actually like the Wild going into this one to win by 2 or more goals. So I agree with you here. Give me the Wild.
Okay, let's see if we agree here. We have Vegas playing my Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins are favored in this one. Do you take Pittsburgh or are you going with Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Penguins. I like another favorite in this spot. Give me the Pens -1.5. I don't think this is a spot where the Golden Knights get it going. I think this is going to be another spot where they fall flat on their face. You look at Pittsburgh, they have a far deeper roster. They're going to be coming into this one well rested, and they have been up and down, but overall, they're 3-1-1 over the last 5 games. So that's proof that this team is starting to get close to that potential that they're capable of playing at, especially come postseason time. And they did suffer a tough overtime defeat last Friday in Carolina, but they were able to still get a point in that game. Then they trounced the Lightning 5-1 the night previous to that, and then they fell at home to Florida 4-3. So they've been playing a lot of stiff competition, whereas this is an opportunity for them, given all that time off, to have a very favorable opponent in the Golden Knights. So I think this is where the Penguins break through and get back on track with a nice convincing win. So I actually will go with the home team here. Give me the Pens -1.5.
All right, we agree with the first 2 because I'm going with Pittsburgh as well, not being a homer, even though this is my team. I just think that here you're watching a team in Pittsburgh that understands right now in the standings, they have to keep pace with the Rangers. They're tied right now with 77 points. So they need some wins here moving forward within their division just to probably move up the ranks, right? And they have managed to beat Vegas on the year. They already met each other, and Pittsburgh managed to win that game 5-3. So that's why I'm leaning here with Pittsburgh. They have scored 3 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 games. So again, indicating that, as for a spread pick, this is a safe bet. And look, they have to limit the good looks for Vegas. I believe in Pittsburgh's defense tonight. I think that they're going to clog the lanes. They're going to make sure to make it tough for Vegas's attack. And Vegas's attack hasn't been that great as of late. And they've lost 5 of their last 8 games, right? So Vegas, what are they? They're going down the ranks. They're moving down, and there are teams like the Oilers who are creeping up on them when you're talking about the Western Conference and specifically within their division. So they need to win this game, of course. And I understand, they are a big value pick here because they aren't a bad team whatsoever. But right now, given the fact that their power play hasn't looked good, right now they're actually seventh worst in the league in terms of their special teams. The power play is not good. Their goaltender Robin Leonard, he's not playing. He's injured. So all those things put into this game, I'm going to go with the Penguins here, who look like a nice team, a team to watch moving forward as we get closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. They are starting to hit their stride at the perfect time. All right,
Right.
next game we got Winnipeg taking on the Islanders. -1.5. They are the favorites in this one. Are you going with yet another favorite?
Yeah, I am. It seems like today I'm going with the favorites. I'm going with the Islanders tonight. The Islanders actually they've been playing really good hockey as of late against the Jets. They've had the Jets number. They've won the last four against Winnipeg. So I think they'll make that five. I think they'll make it fifth in a row. Look, their goaltending with Varlamov, it hasn't been great on the year, but he has a save percentage, boost to when he plays at home rather than the road. And this game being at home, I think that he'll show up. And they beat the Blues a few nights ago. They did come close to beating the Cup favorites in the Avalanche the other day, and then they obviously shut out the Jackets. So they have an opportunity here to get another one done. Against a team in Winnipeg that they just struggle in terms of scoring goals. They rank 26 on the 5-on-5 expected goals against per 60 minutes. So they struggle scoring and they struggle stopping the opponents in terms of scoring. And Hellebuck, he hasn't been that great on the road either. 1-9 in his last 10 in net. So give me New York here to get this one done at home, despite the fact that the Jets have won two in a row.
Yeah, the Jets have won two in a row, and the Islanders are actually going to be coming in on the second night of a back-to-back. But I don't care about that. I'm going with the Islanders too. I think they're going to get it done. Sorokin did start in goal on Thursday, so we will see Malov here, and he's been solid. I mean, extremely well, like you mentioned, playing on home ice. His save percentage actually jumps to .917 when starting at the UBS Arena. And New York also has the blue line advantage here over the Jets, as the Islanders rank 17th in the league in 5-on-5 expected goals against per 60 minutes. And the Islanders, they win when they're supposed to win at UBS Arena. I mean, this is a team, whenever they're favorites, they are actually 8-3 in their last 11 games at home. So I think this is a matchup that's going to bode well for them. And I think they're going to be able to take care of business here against Winnipeg. So, yeah, give me the Islanders, who have dominated this matchup, again, as you alluded to, winning the last four to make it five. And I think they will have some success here at home.
Yeah, and it's funny though, the Jets do actually have a better against the spread record than New York. New York has a 23-31 record. Meanwhile, the Jets have 33-25 on their slate this season. But let's move to the final game of tonight's games that we have on the show. We have the Washington Capitals going to Vancouver to play the Canucks. Canucks, do you take them here? They are playing good hockey as of late.
They are. They're on fire. But this is going to be the one matchup where I am going to ride with the dog. I'm going to take Washington +1.5. They've been my safe bet, it seems, all week. I hit them on the money line at the beginning of the week when they were taking on Calgary. I think they're going to have a good showing here. I mean, historically, you look at Washington, they've done well in Vancouver, winning 8 of their last 11 trips to BC. They're 31-28 against the spread this season. And they're a healthy 20-9 against the spread on the road. Those are numbers you simply can't ignore. And if you are going to be betting on the over-under tonight, the total has actually gone over in 4 of the Capitals' last 5 games. So I'm loving that over tonight. I think it's like at 6 goals. So definitely take the over there. The Canucks are hot, like you alluded to. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, and they're 34-24 against the spread overall. And they've actually covered 15 of their last 26 home games. But you just look at the Capitals, they've been a really good bet all season long on the road. You cannot ignore it. And they've covered in 19 of their last 29 road games. And on the season, the Capitals have a per game scoring differential of .46. And even when they're playing on the road, the team is winning by an average margin of 0.69 goals. For whatever reason, the Capitals seem to thrive on the road. This is an overall good hockey club. Give me Washington here against the Canucks. And I might even go as far as saying this could be another spot where Washington not only covers, but they win on the money line as well.
Okay, so you're going money line as well. Look, Washington, I understand they can put the puck in the net. We understand that they can take advantage of a poor Canucks penalty kill because, Washington has those goal scorers, but Washington does struggle on the power play. They're, 26 in the league right now. I'm going Vancouver in this matchup with this spread, and also money line. I'd go with Vancouver here as well. And looking at Washington, they haven't been playing as well as of late, 5-4-1 in their last 10 games. So they've been a 500 team. They've been off and on, depending on whether or not they're on the road or at home. And I get it. The top 10 offense that they do boast, they're averaging, within 3.24 goals per game. So that gives them their top 10 offense in terms of goal scoring. But tonight, I think it's going to stall. I understand that the Vancouver Canucks, they are a team that is actually playing good hockey to the point where some people are wondering, are they going to make the playoffs? They're making a good push right now. The trade buzz is still there surrounding this team. Do you move some parts? Do you end up being buyers or sellers, whatnot? But a guy that I'm watching is, JT Miller. He's been in those trade talks as of late. But I mean, when you're looking at the 15 goals that he's scored in their last 3 games combined, this as a team, excuse me, not him. 15 goals in 3 games would be crazy. But as a team, that's what they've had. The Canucks, 15 goals in the last 3 games combined, and JT, he's had 3 goals in that span with 4 assists. So the assist numbers, the goals numbers, the points are there for JT Miller. I think he's going to be the focus tonight. And W's in 8 of their last 10 games. Give me the Canucks. I think they're going to continue continuing their goal scoring, that is. And also, they will have to limit the mistakes against Washington just so that Washington doesn't take control of this game early. So, yeah, give me the Canucks in this one.
Yeah, those numbers that you put at the forefront there just reinsures that over tonight is looking really, really
Yeah,
good. So
take the
there are a
over.
lot of good bets tonight that you can take. But that's going to conclude our picks. Only a 4-game night in the NHL. 4 good games, though. If you want to parlay these games, be my guest. Jelani and I, we agree on the first 3, but then disagree on the final game of the night, which I think is going to be the best game of the night as Washington takes on Vancouver. And yeah, we will see who wins this head-to-head. But this is myself, Luca, Rosano with Jelani Goodridge-Reid. We will be back on air shortly with our NBA picks against the spread for tonight. That
Yes,
will be
sir.
3-point line. So looking forward to that. But you can follow this podcast wherever you get your favorite podcast. Be sure to follow us all over social media platforms, and we'll be back with another great show. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. This has been Gambling on Hockey. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all again next week on this show.